Hello everybody, this is I Play Nar, coming to you with my first episode of my new series called Season 6 Top Lane Champion Guides. This first champion is going to be Quinn, who is a very good top laner currently, well, pretty decent. She's played in LCS sometimes as well, and this is just going to be a guide on her matchups, her runes, her masteries, and how to play Quinn in general. This is mostly for beginners. I'm in Plat currently, so I wouldn't say this is for like Diamond above, but I guess you can like learn the basics of the champion and everything. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you did, leave a like, and tell me what I should do next for the series in the comments below. Thanks. Here are the masteries that you're going to be wanting to run. So you're going to do 18-0-12 or 18-12-0, whatever you prefer. So basically I take these masteries because they're most effective in lane. Like Feast is really good for keeping extra health in lane so I don't get poked out, and then Fervor is really good for trading for stacks in top lane. So that's why I take those masteries. And you can obviously change up whatever you want in each of these things, but I would definitely suggest taking Fervor, as I think it's the best mastery on Quinn. So for the runes on Quinn, you're going to take a standard ADC rune page, but instead of attack speed marks, you want to take attack damage marks. So besides that, it's like any normal ADC rune page, because I like to play my Quinn really aggressive and not play like the tankier Quinn, but you can obviously change this up depending on what you think you need, or if you're in a hard matchup, you can obviously put in like more armor quints or something, or MR quints, or whatever you think you need for the matchup. But these are the runes that I would suggest. They work pretty well for me, and you can obviously change up whatever you want depending on how you play the champion, but these are my runes that I like to run. Here's the skill order for Quinn. You want to max her Q first, her E second, and her W last, and obviously upgrade your ult whenever you can at level 6, level 11, level 16. It's pretty standard Quinn skill ordering, and I would take these over anything else. It's definitely something you should take. It's not as customizable as the Masters or Runes pages, and will give you the best chance of winning a game. Guys, now it's going to be an in-depth look at each of her abilities and her passive. Her passive basically marks an enemy champion, monster, or jungle camp, or enemy minions, and for every 8 seconds, it marks a target as vulnerable, and it reveals it for 4 seconds, and then the next attack on the target deals 40, which is 15 plus 5 per each level, and then 126% of her attack damage, that goes up each level you get, so level 18 will be way higher than 144, or 126%. Her Q marks a target as vulnerable, so basically just, if you hit the Q, which is a skill shot like that, you aim it where you want to hit it, it marks it as a vulnerable, which is the Harrier thing, and then you can proc that after you hit the Q. Her W just reveals the area around you, like that. Her E knocks you off a champion, or a monster, or anything you use it on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, like that, and it marks it as vulnerable as well. So, vulnerable just makes you do way more damage. Your Q blinds minions so they can't auto-attack, and then if you hit the champion with the Q, then it just makes it so they can only see in a small little radius. And then your ult is the most interesting of them all. It's actually from the reworked Quinn. They changed this a lot as well as the Q. The ult basically makes you fly around. The ult is cancelled if you take any damage during the charge up into the ult form. It also cancels if you take any damage from jungle camps, or if you take any damage from like Baron or stuff, but it doesn't cancel if you take any damage from minions. It also cancels if you take damage from enemy champions. It basically just makes you fly around really fast, and it does a little bit of damage. Not as much as our old ult, but it makes you, it's really good for roaming and getting back to lane. So I'll show you what I'm talking about right here, and to cancel it, all you have to do is use an ability on it or auto attack, and you just cancel it immediately. So as you can see, there's the Q blinding the minion, and then you use your E to basically kite, and then your W is used for mostly vision, and also it has a passive, which is super nice. So as you can see, it just reveals a little area for 2 seconds. The next part of the guide is going to be on trading with Quinn and abusing Fervor, which is a keystone that I like to use on Quinn. You can take other keystones, but Fervor is my favorite. So for Fervor, you get 1 stack on Fervor for any range basic attack, and 2 stacks for ability damage. And each stack of Fervor adds 1 to 14 based on level, bonus physical damage on basic attacks to enemy champions for up to 8 to 112 damage based on level. So that means at 8 stacks at level 18, you can do up to 112 extra damage per auto attack. And in this clip, you can obviously see what I do is I get 8 Fervor stacks, and Fervor is really good against tanks where they think they can fight you, and then once you get 8 stacks, you just start out-damage them like crazy. So as you can see, I just do way more damage than this Rammus here, which is actually a really hard matchup to play against because of the fervor and my extra AD that I get because of it. So what you want to do is abuse your fervor and fight when you have 8 stacks, and just keep stacking up your fervor, and you'll win trades. Some good matchups for Quinn are Vladimir, Gnar, and Renekton. Each of these are good matchups for Quinn for different reasons. Vladimir and Gnar are they're pretty squishy early game, so you can abuse them, and you just do more damage than them. So like Gnar does his damage through auto attacks as Little Gnar, and when he's Little Gnar, you just do way more damage to them, and you can also kite him when he's Mega with your E and you're blind. Renekton, you can easily kite with your E as well, and you just kite him like crazy, and he can't hit you with this stun if you blind him. And so that matchup is pretty easy. And then the Vladimir one, you just do way more damage than him early game. And if you play it well early, you should be able to beat him late game. So it's a pretty easy matchup. Some counters to Quinn include Nasus, Gangplank, and Poppy. These are just some of the counters to Quinn. Obviously, there's more, and there's obviously good matchups as well. There's more good matchups. The first counter, one of the best counters actually to Quinn, is Nasus. You can beat him early game until he backs and gets like one armor item, and then he just out damages you because he can just wither you, and you won't be able to chase him down. You won't be able to kill him. His W will stop you from doing more damage. His W will make it so he just does way more damage than even trades. Gangplank, because Gangplank is super obnoxious in any game. He also does a ton of damage to you, and you're squishy as Quinn because you're playing almost like an ADC in the top lane. And so Gangplank is not fun to play against. And then Poppy, because of Poppy's innate almost tankiness, I guess, and she can combo you while not almost taking any damage if she builds correctly. Like what she's going to build is just a ton of armor. So Poppy is a really obnoxious matchup, and so are all these actually. And I would not suggest taking Quinn into any of these matchups unless you are sure that you can get an early lead with your jungler. I'll just be showing some clips of me using Quinn and trading with her. I hope you guys did enjoy the guide. I'll be putting some music on. If you did enjoy the guide, make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe. And tell me what champion I should do next. I hope you guys did enjoy, like I said before. And I hope you guys do find success with Quinn. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.